trust me with these phones up here? Huh? I hit a stop button on each one of these phones and mess up your whole press. You think I won't? I hope nobody don't act. I got a memory of who put their phone, so any silly questions, I'm gonna just cut it off. Just letting you know from the jump.
How you feel about Miami versus Dallas?
Me personally, I love it because it's warm in the winter there. I mean, you can really walk around with a tank top in December in Miami, and even Tampa too. But family's close, and I just, the weather is just going to be nice, beautiful Miami. So I'm looking forward to it. I ain't been around my family all year unless they came up here, so get a chance to be closer to family, and it's going to be a warm game, December. So I'm excited about that part of it.
Mike said that he thinks this will be even different than the Sugar Bowl as far as the trip part of it, but I know, you in the past, you got mad at me for saying, or insinuating that you guys can't have fun and stuff. Do you still want to have fun on this trip?
Yeah, I'm always have fun, regardless. I think that's something that's just never going to stop, regardless. But did I get mad at you? What did I say to you?
I don't know, just, how you are.
Everybody, from what I'm a happy, energetic type of guy. I never been looked at as a mad guy.
Accusatory questions sometimes.
Oh, am I wrong for that, or is that a good?
We've gone through this before.
No, I am. I look forward to having a good time. I promise I do, and I promise I will have a good time.
Do you think it'll be more of a business trip than bowl games you've been to in the past, just because there's another game to play for?
I think we'll go through the same processes we have in each bowl game. And I know the ones we've had, we've taken very seriously as far as like the schedule and preparing. But I don't stop, for having a good time. You got to have a good time, right? Especially being a senior year, and even for the younger guys. What opportunity? The time is now. You might not make it back here, so you want to live it up to the fullest.
What do you think about the prospect of Baker Mayfield having a statue out there in that park?
Oh, that'll be pretty sweet. And well deserved. And I hope I just got to talking to Zach, and like Ty said, I hope it's not of football. I actually hope him dancing. That big whip video that he had, I hope they just like freeze frame and just put him just killing a whip. That'll be, with his little beanie on. I love that, man. That'll be sweet. But he just does so many other things. It's so good, You can picture him doing anything. But that would be pretty sweet, though, to be honest. I'll come back for that.
Ty talked a lot about the personalities on the team and being a big part of the chemistry. Just what has Baker's just personality and just his whole,
Yeah, he really brought the spunk to the team. I had a little spunk, but, it's hard to beat Baker with that spunk, I may have him on the energy side, but he brings life to the team. He a quarterback. That's just I'm trying to think of how you think of quarterbacks being a so uptight, like leader, like type guy. But no, like Ty said, he's just like he's a ball player, like a 12-year-old kid out there having fun with everybody. And it's just to see that from a quarterback, a guy that is a position that's just so like to be uptight and like you control the game so much. That just gives a good feeling to the team, And even his pregame speeches, just being at practice with him, you feel his presence, and you just get excited, about being around him. And I guess, like Ty said, the things that are taken into account of winning a Heisman. When you look at his story, you hope those things are taken into account. Another thing I hope that's taken into account are looks, because you want a nice, handsome guy to go with that trophy, right? You don't want a predator-looking guy. And I'm not throwing no names out there who look like a predator, but you want a nice, handsome guy that to win that trophy.
After the Bedlam game, you referred to Clemson as being ugly, disgraceful. Your thoughts now that you get to play Clemson again? You're talking about starting a Sooner movie, and it started off on a bad note, and now it all turns around. Talk about Clemson and having to play them again.
Well, like I said, at that point, I think that the best team won that game. It was a great football game, and I just thought that the better team won. Like we got beat. Yeah. So regardless of like I said, who we playing, it don't matter. We're in. I'm just looking forward to another great game this season. But yeah, you will start the movie back. After that. I mean, you can end it on the Oklahoma State note. You don't have to, carry it on. I mean, you could. Depends who the director is, but yeah, I mean, the better team won that day. It's a great team.
Ty talked about the hurt and the disappointment from that game last year. How proud are you of how far this team came in 12 months?
I'm very proud, and like I said, especially the young guys that have come along, and you look back at where we done been or where we are now. All that stuff helped. And like Ty said, we really weren't even focused on being here in the selection. It was like focus on getting this one thing done at a time as far as the team. That wasn't even in the picture at all. Because we knew we needed to win at this part before we could even be here. So you just look, when you reflect and you sit down and by yourself in your room and you think about how you got here. You get a little emotional because it was been a tough road. For everybody, it ain't been easy, and especially being in a leadership position, it hasn't been easy. So, but we prevailed through a lot. So you sit back and reflect about it. You really feel good about the team. And I keep bringing up the young guys because really, I mean, they really have come along very well and growing up and maturing and the discipline that they've had.
Last question for Eric up here. You missed out on Watson last year. You're looking forward to the challenge of stopping him this year.
Well, I mean, he's a great quarterback. I mean, he is. I mean, really, everything about that offense he is. As far as running, and you got to account for him in every way. I mean, it's going to be a great challenge as far as defensively, trying to slow him down and stop him. But we got time to prepare for that pretty well. And regardless of I think who the quarterback was, but. I mean, that guy right there, he's for real. So you got to account for him in every part of the game.